So I originally made this video about a week ago, and I was very upset with the quality that I put on and how unenthusiastic I was. So I decided to completely just ditch every bit of footage that I already had, all the audio, which actually screwed up. So it's good that I'm redoing it. And so now on to the actual review. This is the Corsair Force GT 120 gig. Now, I told Corsair, my Corsair rep, that I was going to give a disclaimer that they did, in fact, give me this drive for free. They had seen what I've done on overclock.net as far as giving them, giving other Corsair users feedback and telling them, if you do this, it'll help you with this, as far as the cases go. And so I wanted to do a review of this since they gave it to me. I'm also comparing it to the Samsung 840 Pro and the Kingston HyperX 3K. The Samsung 840 Pro is the 128 gig version, and the Kingston HyperX 3K is the 120 gig version. I'm going to start with the two products that are just comparisons to this drive first. Well, first, we've got the Kingston HyperX 3K. Now, some metal construction, decent screws it seems. Overall good look, but as when I read reviews on this on Amazon, I understood this, that the SATA connectors are very flimsy. Now, why would I buy something knowing that it's flimsy? Well, I planned on sticking it in my wife's laptop and leaving it there. If it's not moving and it's secure, it's going to be fine. And that's exactly what I wanted it for. It was the cheapest drive I could find, and that's why I went with it. Now, the Samsung 840 Pro. Everybody tells you, top of the line, best thing you can buy, only thing you should buy, 5-year warranty, it's Samsung, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's why I bought it. Needless to say, as many of you probably know, when it comes to the top tier SSDs, it honestly doesn't matter. The difference in writes and reads are minimal. You're basically buying a brand at that point. Most of them are very, very reliable and have good warranties and good warranty services. Now on to the real review of the Corsair Force GT 120 gig. I'm honestly astounded. Corsair has so many lines of products: the power supplies, cases, RAM, all-in-one liquid coolers. At one point they had air coolers, fans. They cover a wide range of computer enthusiast products. And it amazes me every time that I buy one how quality they are with how many different things they have. This is definitely no exception. When I got it at first, I was hoping that it would be good, but hesitant because I've never dealt with Corsair drives before, and I have to say I was amazed. And I have benchmarks to back up what I've done on my second system because it's an Asus Maximus VI Hero with a 4770K, and for that reason, the reason that I use this system instead of my main system is that one had free SATA connections, and they were all 6 gigabit, versus my X79 setup, which had all the 6 gigabit filled with other drives. So why would you buy this from Corsair versus this Kingston HyperX 3K or the Samsung 840 Pro, the top dog? Well, one, you get Corsair branding and Corsair quality support. I've had this case, and I pre-ordered it when it was originally coming out. And I know this isn't directly related to the SSD itself, but it helps me show you why you should buy the Corsair drive. The I/O connectors on the front panel, the USB 3.0, the motherboard connectors, and the front panel audio, all the cables were too short, and this was a mistake, and Corsair owned up to it, and they sent everybody who owned the case that had this problem free replacement, no questions asked, and fixed it in a later revision. that quality support is why I continue to buy Corsair products, why I have Corsair RAM, why I have a Corsair power supply, why I have Corsair cases, why I have Corsair fans. It's why I continue to buy Corsair. And after benchmarking, I honestly wish I would have gone with this drive. It comes with a 3.5 millimeter connector, or a 3.5 inch drive connector, so you can easily put it in a full tower case. And I'm just going to show you the adapter and how easy it is just to slide it in. The Kingston HyperX actually surprised me. It came with one too. Now, the top dog, the Samsung 840 Pro, came with the drive and I believe a SATA cable. Nothing fancy, and I was kind of disappointed considering that even the lowest quality and the least expensive drive even came with one. As far as reads and writes goes, it's slower than the Samsung 48 Pro, which is understandable. This is one of Samsung's entry-level drives, but quite a bit faster than this Kingston HyperX, which, to no surprise, to be honest, because while it's a decent budget option, I would suggest spending the extra money and getting a quality drive like the Corsair Force GT or one of Corsair's other offerings, or even a Samsung 840 Pro. While this is a review and while I was given this drive, I'm not going to say it's the best drive ever, because it isn't. But it's not meant to be. It's not Corsair's Neutron GTX series. It's not meant to be the best of the best like the Samsung 840 Pro is. Now, I've got benchmarks to show, and I'm going to put them here, and I'm going to record the next half of the video right here. Now, DxTory is not a normal benchmark for most reviewers, but for me, it is the go-to recording program for all my gameplay videos, and that's why I included it. Crystal Diskmark is one of the go-to programs when benchmarking a drive. I also included it with DxTory because I wanted a more standardized test. And as you can see, I also included my hard drive. Now on to the actual review of the drive. It's red, obviously. The SATA connectors are very tight, which is very reassuring for someone like me, because this drive will be used between both of my systems interchangeably for video editing to make it easier to seamlessly transfer video files without a bottleneck of Ethernet. It comes in a nice box that's cardboard. It has the model number and everything you need to know about the drive. It comes with the screws you need, the Corsair 3.5 inch adapter plate, which is very nice and handy for someone like me, like I said earlier. Its supposed read and write are 550 megabytes, 555 megabytes for the read, and 515 megabytes for the write. Now understand this is a 120 gig drive, and you're not going to see that level of performance with any 120 gigabyte drive that I know of. Not even my Samsung 840 Pro, the King, does that. Now when you get into 256, 240 and above, that's when you start seeing that level of performance. And I plan on buying more of these myself when I do a complete system rebuild of mine within about a month, and plan on using all Corsair drives. And I believe that's honestly it that I can say about this drive. It's fast, it's reliable, you have Corsair's warranty and their warranty service, which is absolutely impeccable the one or two times I've actually had to deal with it. And it's just a great drive. There's really nothing else I can say about it.